Hello, hello, hello. How are y'all today? Awesome. Yes, clap. Yeah. It's a full house. You know that song? You know, no, Brick House? Oh, again, you act like y'all don't know it. But anyway, welcome to the New Orleans Jazz Museum. We're so delighted to have you here, and it's so delighted to have a packed house. On behalf of New Orleans Jazz National Historical Park, we are grateful to have this partnership with the New Orleans Jazz Museum to have our Arrowhead Jazz Band. On Tuesdays, we're here. The Arrowhead Jazz Band is a band comprised of park rangers and local musicians. The mission of our park is to instill a public appreciation for one of America's greatest art form, and actually only art form, and that's jazz music. And so today we have a wonderful program that will appreciate the many subgenres that go into jazz music as a whole. So without further ado, please help me welcome up the band. On bass, we have Kerry Lewis Sr. Drums, Hunter Miles Davis. If you've been following us, then you may know that sometimes the guest musicians outnumber the Rangers, but today we're 3-1, and we have our very special guest, and that's Steve Masakowski on guitar. So we have a wonderful set list for you today. Again, I mentioned that April is Jazz Appreciation Month, and many people do not know, but jazz was originated and it started here in New Orleans. And after after the genre left the city, it started taking different forms, and it has traveled all over the world. There's now jazz being played in Europe and other continents and countries, but we always want to bring it back home. So today the music will travel, and we will end off with a song from New Orleans. But today we will start off with a song titled Honeysuckle Rose. Every honeybee fills with jealousy when they see you walk with me. I don't blame them, goodness knows you're my honeysuckle rose. When we're passing by, flowers droop and sigh, and I know the reason why. Your confection, goodness knows you're my honeysuckle rose. Don't buy sugar, you just have to touch my cup. Yes, you're my sugar. Sweet when you stir it up. When I'm taking sips from your tasty lips, it seems the honey valley drips. Your confection, goodness knows you're my honeysuckle, suckle, suckle, suckle. Shabba boop 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 ba dip dip. Shabba boop 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 dip dip dip. Do 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 dip ba do boop boop. Bo do do dip we do do dip ba do dip. Shabba do ba boop. Shabba ba boop 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 ba dip 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 Mazakowski. Every honeybee feels for jealousy when they see you walk with me. I don't blame them, goodness knows you're my honeysuckle rose. Flowers shoot inside when we're passing by, and I know the reason why your confection. Goodness knows you're my honeysuckle rose. Don't go and buy sugar. You just have to touch my cup. Yes, you're my sugar. It's sweet when you stir it up. When I'm taking sips from your tasty lips, it seems the honey fairly drips. Your confection, goodness knows you're my honeysuckle rose. Your confection, goodness knows you're my honeysuckle rose. Your confection, goodness knows you're my honeysuckle rose. To Miles Davis on drums, everybody. The next song that we have for you is titled Blue Skies. One, two, one, two, 1, 2, 3. Things going so right. I'm noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my how they fly. Blue days, all of them are gone. Oh, nothing but blue skies from now on. Blue button do that up, da da do. Shoe button do that up, bo da 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 ba ba da ba da 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 ba do day. Shoe baby. Okay, so next on the list is Now's the Time. And so with our programs, I think I stated in the beginning that we like to educate you, entertain you, and enlighten you. And so I have a choice that you can make. Next song is written by Charlie Parker. It's called Now's the Time. Are you familiar with that song? Okay, that's good. That's good. So here in New Orleans, we like to take things slow and really get into the chords and move through them with soul. But after these songs, and especially trad jazz, left New Orleans, songs tend to speed up, especially when these songs travel to Chicago, and more up north, these songs start to get faster. So you have a choice. Would you like to hear this song New Orleans style, slow down? Yes, yes, yes. You really didn't have a choice. I was just being nice. All right, so here's the song titled Now's the Time. And if you go out and explore this song, you would hear it probably sped up. That's how Charlie Parker would do it. But here in New Orleans, we're going to take it a bit slow. One, two, three, four. Reminisce with me and think about the bird. Remember all the things he did and all the things you heard. It makes me wanna linger, wanna hang around to get an understanding of his different kind of sound. Way back in 42, Bird came to New York and he flew. Oh, I never thought he'd be so awfully close to me till I heard his music and it up and set me free. Makes me wanna linger, makes me wanna hang around to get an understanding of his different kind of sound. Yeah, that's way back in 42. He came, he went around the world and he blew. Get up for Steve Mazikowski. Now, here's the part where I make you go to work. You thought you were on vacation. Nope, 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 nope. Now's the time for you to sing, because you can't leave New Orleans without eating good food, going to cool places, and singing, right? So, I'm going to give you a few syllables to scat to, and you're just going to repeat them back to me. It's really simple. I promise. I trained, and you're going to do it in no time, right? It took me 4 years to do this, actually a little bit longer. Check this out. Shop up whoop weep. Oh my goodness. Shoop up whoop indeed. Shepe pue 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 pue. Lord lit lit but lit 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 lit. Do ba dum do ba dum do ba dum do ba boom. Do ba dum 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 do ba dum. Shaka do 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 de de de. Shaka do 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 de 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 de. Shopa boo boo wee. Shoopa doopa wee. Loop la loop la loop la loop de. Y'all sound good. Give it up for yourself. It took a bachelor's degree and a master's degree to do that. I never thought he'd be so awfully close to me. And then I heard his music and it up and set me free. Oh, it makes me want to linger. I just gotta hang around to get an understanding of his different kind of sound. Way back in 42, Bird came to New Orleans and he blew. For myself, I just have to go to a concert and let the singer teach me how to sing, and that's how I do it. Just get it from there, right? So yes, now's the time. And again, please to go and do your homework. The whole purpose of this concert is to educate you and share this jazz music. The next song that we have for you is somewhere on this list. The next song is Girl from Ipanema, which is a song that came out of Brazil. And during the 60s, jazz was taking a different turn. So we were coming from this bebop era, and more Latin jazz artists were starting to, well, at the time they weren't defined as Latin jazz artists. These terminologies came after the works had been created. But there was a big push for American artists and artists from Brazil, Cuba, to start doing more collaborations. So after these works and collaborations started happening, that's when the term Latin jazz kind of came about. And this tune is the early beginnings, of what Latin jazz is now today. So we have Girl from Ipanema. And this song is also a bossa nova. One, two, three, four. They're going to keep that going. So what I'm clapping out But each day when he goes to the sea, he looks straight ahead, not at me. Oh, he's tall and tan and young and handsome. The boy from New Orleans goes walking, and when he passes, I smile, but he doesn't see. No, 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 he doesn't. Oh, tall and tan and young and handsome, the boy from New Orleans goes walking, and when he passes the girls, they all go ooh. But when he walks, he's like a samba that sways so cool and swings so gentle that when he passes me by, I go like he fine. Oh, but I watch him so sadly. How can I tell him I love him? Yes, I would give my heart gladly. But each day when he goes to the sea, he looks straight ahead, not at me. Oh, the tall and tan and young and handsome, the boy from New Orleans goes walking, and when he passes me by, he doesn't see. No, he doesn't see. No, he doesn't see. No, he doesn't. Ipanema, New Orleans, they might be great places, right? New Orleans is a great place. And at this time, we're going to take a moment to step away from the performance and open up this space for questions that you may have about the Park Service, about New Orleans, how has this ensemble happened, any question that you may have. Ask them. I'm so glad you asked that. What the New Orleans Jazz Park has a service to in New Orleans local musicians, right? And so when this park was being developed, the Congress deemed that jazz music as an art form, specific to America. And so they need to hire arrangers who have studied the jazz form and have studied the history to have always on staff to promote the jazz music. but we can't just be selfish and have a stage for ourselves. So we opened up the space for local musicians to share their artistry, share their expertise, and share the stage basically. So we do have different programs that highlight different artists. Actually, currently, outside of Arrowhead Band, which is strictly for arrangers and musicians to collaborate, we have programs and residencies for artists to strictly showcase their projects. So yep, so this band is only for the collaborations of arrangers so that we can like share resources. So yeah. Any other questions? Yeah. I'm sorry? Yes. Yes. I do get paid to sing. That's what you said? Yeah. Okay, good. I was to make sure. My ears are kind of like going in and out. But okay, I see 1, 2. Now I'll come back to you.
What percentage of the performers are rangers, usually?
Well, right, it's just us three right now. Yeah. Today, yeah. So, and it changes depending on like the day and performance. But we only have 3 rangers on staff as it regards to performance at our like location. But there are different types of rangers. But yeah, and we're the only 3 rangers. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a ranger in training.
He says he's a ranger and trainer for the people that didn't hear him. And one note to add to that question is that the New Orleans Jazz Historical Park is the only park out of 424 that's dedicated to music. And so, yeah. So out of 20,000 employees, we're the only 3 that get the benefit of playing music. So, yeah. And I'm going to come back to you. We have one question up front. Yes. Yes.
And they wanted $30 or $40 the other night. That like, are you going to have him back as a guest within the next 2 weeks?
Good that you asked that. So like I mentioned, we have our residency in artists, our artists in residence. They play on Friday, and Bruce often comes by and plays with that program. So stop by our site at 916 North. Oh, right, that is Jazz Fest. I'm actually going to Jazz Fest. But he will be here in the upcoming weeks performing with Siddiqui and Wowo, who are West African drummers and guitarists from West Africa. And he's there with them every Friday. So if you don't catch him these next 2 weeks, Bruce will be back with them the following weeks after that. Not here at this site, but at 916 North Peters. We use this space for our performances, but we actually have a site down the street at 916 North Peters. Yeah.
Bruce will be here Thursday.
Oh, good.
For the 2 o'clock.
Bruce will be here Thursday. What time will that performance be?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Yep. Good.
Here
in this space. Awesome. All right. So I think I saw a hand. Yes. Well, I'm gonna get to you. Go ahead.
Oh, are you the only one that does vocals?
Repeat that question. Yes, I'm the only singing ranger. We do have an intern that also sings with us. Her name is Saskia Walker, but she's out before us. Permanent rangers, I'm the only one that sings. Thank goodness. All right, and I'll get to you. I have one question over here.
Are you able to play as a group at any of the festivals?
Yes, that is a possibility. Yeah. Yep, we did French Quarter Fest this past weekend. Yep, so that was fun. I'm glad. I've been forgetting all of this stuff. All right, and I saw a hand over there. Do we have an album? We do not have an album yet. However, there has been an album put out by former Rangers like Bruce Barnes and another former Ranger, John Beebe, and that is located at 916 if you want to pick up a Ranger album. Oh my, I love this. Normally when we say, oh, we have the floor open for questions, it's all silence and crickets, so please, come on. There was another ranger? Is it?
Retired. I mean, he used to work. He was also a football person.
That's Bruce. Yep. Yep. He was the first jazz ranger, and then he put in 30 years, and then he decided to retire. So make way for upcoming rangers like Hunter and I. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
What's your favorite Prince album?
What is my favorite Prince album? That's such an odd question. I don't know. I really don't have one right now. I'll have to come back to that question. Yeah, you put me on the spot. I don't like that. Okay, back there. And also, I don't have to answer all of them. You know? But yes.
Genre of jazz are you guys in?
Can you repeat that question and shout?
Like there's like the fast with the trumpet, and then there's like this, your ensemble. So is there a genre that you would call? What did she say?
You're right. So today, and thank you. I have, again, my hearing is not the greatest, but today we've been doing a mixture and just trying to get a general overview of the intricacies of jazz music. Normally, if you go to smaller clubs in New Orleans, you may get the authentic trad style jazz or traditional style jazz music. But since the audience that comes in here from all over, what I try to do is, when I'm crafting these set lists, is trying to pull from songs that the audience may know and songs that the audience may not know, and just give a general overview of how jazz takes shape. Now, also, this set list is limited to what I know, and there are so many songs that I do not know that speak to the art form within itself. So today it's just a general going through Latin jazz, trad jazz, bebop, blues, and whatnot. Does that answer your question? Good. And I see a question in the back. Please shout it out loud.
Does your jazz program offer some stage for children playing or singing jazz?
Are you asking if we have a program for children?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
children playing jazz or singing jazz. Is there some kind of stage around here for children only?
So normally our children's programs kid-friendly program is the drum circle that we have on Saturday, and that's a mixture of New Orleans folk songs and also tunes that the drum leaders come and give us. But I wouldn't say our programs are specific to kids. We have educational materials that are geared towards children, but we don't necessarily do programs this is just for kids, unless we collaborate with different organizations that have specific kids programs. Does that answer your question? Good. And I think we have time for one more. Yeah. And we still, gentleman up front said that we have our Junior Ranger album that is available, but it's not necessarily our program. It's just a collection of songs that are catered, for kids. Yes, and a mix of kids and former Rangers, like in conjunction with the kids. And I think we have time for one more question.
This is the lightning round. Could each of you give one of your who influenced you on a particular instrument or your singing?
Repeat that one more time.
Could each of you give one example of a musician that influenced you in your particular role in this group? Singer, bass, drums, guitar.
Okay, one instrument.
What influence?
I would say there's this bass player named Marcus Miller that I enjoy thoroughly. Like, I just love his tone, his approach to the bass. I'm not a bass player, but as you can see, but I enjoy lower instruments, and he has inspired me to just pay attention to how songs, like the foundation of a song, and listen to the bass line as a means of leading the song and being a good director. I don't want to just get up in here and sing anything, but actually have, okay, this is where I'm going. And I find that singers don't always lead the way, but when you have a heavy foundation like the bass, they tend to lead just in the background. They're like the backseat driver in a way. Yeah. So that's my inspiration, and I'll pass the mic around. They really drive me, for real.
Well, to answer your question, it's very hard to limit it to one person. For me on guitar, I can think of four that are my main influences. First, Joe Pass, Wes Montgomery, Pat Martino, and a very little-known guitar player named Lenny Breau. Those are the four that I can think of off the top of my head. Have you heard of any of those guys? Yeah. Okay, a couple of them, okay.
I second what Mr. Steve said. I have an enormous amount of influences from the bass. But the three main that are direct to me were three of my instructors, is Bill Huntington, Richie Payne, and Walter Payton. Now, some names that you probably knew that were more known globally would be Ray Brown and Oscar Pettiford.
Yeah, welcome to the mic show. Mic check, 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 check. Can you guys hear me? I don't know if I can hear myself on the monitor. Okay, great. So my first influence would probably be Chris Dave, fusion drummer. So I'm kind of not in the fusion aspect right now, or playing more fusion music. So one influence is number one, Kerry. I'm following him, making sure I'm locked in with Kerry. And then two, like they were saying, grabbing inspiration from other instruments. Besides myself being named after Miles Davis, I also like to listen to his style of playing. He's very spacious with his notes, and that kind of translates to how I end up playing the drum set. Same thing for Robert Glasper, a pianist. He's kind of very spacey and airy in his playing, so I kind of try to emulate the best I can on percussion.
I feel left out. I only gave one. See, this is why they answer the questions first. But yeah, so in appreciating the music, you can't appreciate the art form without appreciating the artist. And so as I'm studying this music, and as also these gentlemen are studying this music, I can safely say we're also trying to appreciate the voices and the style that the artist has came up with. And with that being said, we're going to get back to the music with this next song titled Summertime, which is written from an opera, Porgy and Bess. Oh my goodness. Where did Peggy come from? I'm thinking about Peggy Lee. But yes, my brain is leaving me today. I hope we can X that out of the live or something. But Summertime, and one thing to add is that New Orleans was known for, was an opera city. Before we got to the jazz, we had a huge booming opera place, and so we want to pay homage to the roots of jazz music by the things that came before it. So Summertime. One, two, three, four. The cotton is high. Ooh, your daddy is rich, and your ma is Matukowski. Gary Lewis on bass. Hunter Miles Davis on drums. I don't think I said my name yet, but I'm Jade. Let's do After You've Gone. I mentioned that we'll bring this train full circle. After You've Gone is one of the early trad jazz songs that have been played numerous times, and I believe Louis Armstrong is the composer After You've Gone. And we'll try that out for you. end of our set, and we have one more song for you. But before we go, I just want to give you some reminders. Our jazz park, the New Orleans Jazz National Historical Park, is located at 916 North Peters. We have all of your stamps if you want to collect them, if we have any stamp collectors. We have programs for the rest of the week. Again, on Thursday, we have a program with Bruce Sunpie Barnes, who is a former jazz ranger, but that will be here. So our programs on Tuesdays and Thursdays are always here at 2 p.m., and the rest of our programs are down at 916 North Peters. I want to take the time to reintroduce the band. We have Steve Masakowski on guitar, Hunter Miles Davis on drums, Kerry Lewis Sr. on bass, and I am Jay Perdue. Thank you for coming through. And this last tune is titled Bourbon Street Parade. I do want to give you some homework. Do not just stay on Bourbon Street if you go. Please venture out into the city and explore all of the culture and the history here. There are so many places. I promise you, one trip is not enough for New Orleans. And so we're going to leave you with Bourbon Street Parade. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's fly down or drive down to New Orleans. That city sure is pretty. Historic scene. I'll take you, even parade you down Bourbon Street. Steve Masakowski on guitar. Hunter Miles Davis on drums. Carrie Lewis Sr. on bass. I'm Jay Perdue. Thank you for coming through. Please check out our website at nps.gov/jazz for future programs. If you didn't remember all of what I told you, I said a lot. And check out nolajazzmuseum.org for programs here. And I believe there's a 5 o'clock show on the balcony. So, have a good time.